Newport, Rhode Island. To acquire Kyrie Irving this summer, the Boston Celtics surrendered a major haul headlined by Alba point guard Isaiah Thomas and the unprotected 2018 Brooklyn Nets pick that could land in the top 5 of next summer's draft. That's a lot to pay for one player, but the Celtics are banking on Irving's youth, skills and history of success. After his current contract expires in 2 seasons, the point guard could potentially sign another max deal and still be close to his prime by the end of that. Boston Celtics president of basketball operations Danny Ainge bet on Irving. That's obvious. But during a recent interview with CNN's Brian Scalabrine and Abby Chin, Ainge was asked to go beyond the obvious reason for parting with the Brooklyn pick. "I think that's signing Al Horford and Gordon Hayward. I feel I had a responsibility to give them a chance," Ainge replied. "I think that Brooklyn pick, can be very, very exciting. I think Cleveland could have a really good pick there, but it's probably going to be a big man that's 19 years old that probably needs a couple of years to develop and could develop into a franchise player. But Kyrie is a proven sure thing, a guy that's 25 and can really play right now. I think that's fair for Brad Stevens, and that's fair for Gordon and Al. And also it will give a chance for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and those guys to develop." Look, maybe Ainge did feel some sort of responsibility to Horford and Hayward, who picked Boston as free agents. But Ainge is the guy who traded away Paul Pierce after the Truth spent his first 15 NBA years in Boston. Ainge is the guy who dealt Isaiah Thomas after the little guy led a franchise turnaround, played through a bad hip injury for months, recruited both Horford and Hayward, and competed in a playoff game one day after his little sister passed away. Ainge is the guy who has insisted he would have traded Larry Bird if he ran the Celtics in the late 1980s. So Ainge doesn't typically act based on any responsibility to his players. And that's okay. His job's to build a championship team. He needs to make difficult decisions, and he was obviously right to trade Pierce and Kevin Garnett for the haul he did. We'll see over time whether Ainge was right to deal Thomas, the Brooklyn pick, and more for Irving, but to say he did it because of a responsibility to current Celtics is probably misleading. Ainge has long made decisions based on how he believes they will impact his team's chances. That's why he's been so good.